Thank you and welcome everybody today. Thank you very much for coming and spending what is kind of quite a horrible, murky Tuesday afternoon to go through what I'm hoping is going to be a really inspiring session where we can build on the work we've done so far around social value and then take that on as we aim to develop our Anchor Institute Charter. So that's what we'd really like as the outcome of this, is to get everybody together to get your thoughts and opinions on what it is that you think an Anchor Institute is. What do you think are the kinds of behaviours and characteristics that an organisation that's an Anchor Institute should have? And how can we then put that into a set of principles and a charter that we can then get organisations to sign up to as we go on the development of this new way of working within the ICS and the ICB? Can you move on to the next slide, please, Mandy? Thank you. So while you're thinking about sort of that bigger picture, I thought it'd just be interesting to get an understanding firstly on what exactly is an anchor, because it's quite a buzzword at the moment that's being used, you know, in lots of different places, and rightly so, because it's the right thing to do. It's about putting people and the environment at the heart of everything that we do. But there's 5 real pillars towards what an Anchor Institute is. So the first one is about purchasing. So do we purchase locally from our local communities and for the benefit of our local communities? The buildings and the space that we have, do we use it to benefit our local communities? Are we able to open it up and allow those buildings to really be the heart and the focus of our local communities? In terms of the opportunities to work, are we offering the best opportunities so that people within our local communities, within which we serve, are they able to achieve their possibilities by us providing them with that access to be able to broaden their strength and knowledge and to really stretch themselves? Are we working closely with local partners, or do we look at in silos and that this is what I'm going to do? We need to look up and out, and how can we work better and pool all of our resources together so that we can get the best outputs and the best outcomes for the local people within the communities? And finally, it's just around reducing the environmental impact. So there's no point sort of coming along and saying, oh, you know, I'm a great employer, I'm going to do this, that and the other, but then you don't pay your taxes and then you do fly tipping. So those are the kind of things. It's about having that moral fabric within the core of our local communities. And that's what we're talking about when we're talking about an anchor. Next slide, please, Mandy. So we thought it'd just be interesting to give some examples of anchors in action. And anchors are a global phenomenon. You know, they've been happening for quite a long time around the world. And we thought it'd just be interesting to give a few examples. So from Chicago, on the west side of Chicago, there was great discrepancies between health and economic wellness. And so by coming together and focusing as a local community, people said, actually, we're going to bring in investment, we're going to bring in jobs, we're going to give people health, and we're going to give them mental health support so they can look after themselves, and then they can generate that economy within that side of Chicago that says, actually, we're going to reduce those discrepancies. So by coming together, by working cooperatively, they were able to really make a difference. And this is the kind of thing, this is the power that we have here today within this opportunity, within this work. We really have a power to make a framework that can really make a difference, not just now, but in the future as well. And I think that's really interesting to just see the difference that anchors can make. Thanks, Mandy. And a little bit closer to home, in Preston, so Preston Council have really led the way on this, and they use the community wealth building principles. And we're about to do something similar in Cheshire, Merseyside as well. And it's all building on social value. It's how can we make sure that we purchase things from our local communities for the benefit of our local communities? How about a real living wage? Are we paying our local people enough to be able to live, not just exist, but to be able to live a life? Are we looking after our environment? Are we looking after the greater well-being of people by working together? This is the kind of thing that anchors can deliver, all within a framework, and it's a framework we can build on so that we have the future can be much better and much brighter for our local communities. Thanks, Mandy. And this is one I've actually seen in action in Stoke-on-Trent. So the University Hospitals in North Midlands, they were able to get some money so that they could put some solar panels on the roof. Then the difference in the energy bills that they saved, they were able to give to this local initiative called Keep Warm, Keep Well. So instead of having people in fuel poverty who were getting sick and needing more public services, by allowing them to look after themselves, to keep warm, to keep well, they reduced the pressures on the health services. And it was also a way of just looking after the local communities. So that's it from me. Just thank you very much. And I will pass on to Claire.